Guys, have you been dreaming or wanting to go to Morocco this year, especially now that summer is here, but you just don't know how to go about it? Then this video is for you. Please stick around with me to the end of this video, where I'll be sharing with you a detailed process on how to make your visa application successful. My name is Chantel Collins, and as always, this is your go-to channel for everything information, lifestyle, or storytelling. I mean that for I made a video on my TikTok channel where I posted about my trip this year to Morocco, and I got a lot of comments from people asking me what website did I use, right? Apparently, there's been a lot of fake website out there that people have been making payments to. So please stick around with me to the end of this video so you don't make the same mistakes that others did. It's not going to take so much of your time, but before we proceed, there are a few things you need to bear in mind. You need to have your passport available with you. You need to have your BRP with you. Your BRP, for those who don't know what BRP is a biometric resident permit that is issued to residents in the United Kingdom by the United Kingdom government, right? By the UK government to their residents. This basically proves your permission to stay in their country. So that number that is written on your BRP card, you're going to need it to proceed for this application. Now, with that being said, the next thing we have to do is to hop into our browser. Whatever browser that you're using, it doesn't really matter. I, for one, I'll be using my Google Chrome for this. So I'm just going to hop into my Google Chrome. And the first thing I'll type is Morocco eVisa right here, this particular one right here. I'm just going to click on it. And this is what popped up. There's a lot of websites here. If you scroll down on your system, you're going to see there's a whole lot of them right here. But the correct one for you to make your applications to is this one here. This one here that says www.access.maroc.ma. This is the actual Morocco application website that you do your thing to. So I'm just going to click on it here and see where it takes us. Yeah, this is what I've used severally for myself and my family, and it has worked so many times. So this particular one here that has this a French write-up here that I don't even know what it means, but yeah, this is what it needs. And it says here, do I need a visa to enter Morocco? So this is like an electronic check to see if you need a visa to go to the Morocco area. So if you don't have like a British passport, you don't have a US passport, or you just have maybe like a Nigerian passport. I'm using myself for an example. I have a Nigerian passport. Obviously, I'm going to need a visa to enter the Morocco area, right? So this is more like a check. So the next thing you have to do is to click accept and continue. And then here is going to ask for your nationality when you do that. Like I said, I'm in Nigeria, so I'm just going to type in Nigeria here and click on it. It's going to prompt to my country of usual residence. That's the country where I'm making my application from, the country where I am residing currently. So I'm going to choose United Kingdom because that's where I'm making my application. I'm assuming that's where you're also making your application from. So, and it's going to prompt me to the next question that says my document type. That is, what kind of passport do I have? Like I said before, if you don't have a British passport, you don't have an American passport, it's definitely going to ask you your document type. So here it has diplomatic, it has official passports, United Nations. I don't have any of those. I'm just going to choose ordinary passports because that's what I've got. So it's going to prompt me to the next question, my purpose of visit. That's the purpose of my trip to the Morocco area. I'm going for tourism, is summer holiday. You're going with your friends, you're going with your family members. So I'm just going to choose, just do what applies to you, but I'm assuming you're going for tourists. So I'm going to click on tourist. It's going to ask me, do I have any other valid visa? That is, if you have any Schengen visa, if you have a US visa, any other valid visa. If you click yes, like if I click here now, it's going to ask me any other of these visas. I haven't got any of those, so I'm just going to click none, and then I'll proceed. But if you have any of those, you can click on what you have and it's going to prompt you to further instructions, right? So I'm just going to click none for the purpose of this video, and I'm going to check. So here it says, according to the information entered, please submit e-visa application to travel to Morocco. So obviously I need an e-visa to go to the Morocco area. So I'm just going to click on apply. It's a very easy step. You don't even need an agent to do this. All you need is a few minutes of your time at the comfort of your home with your laptop and your phone, and then you can get all those things sorted out. Easy peasy. You don't need to pay anybody. You don't need to get scammed or anything like that. Just take your time, go through your details, have your documents, everything imputed correctly, and then you're done with it. So here is prompting me for my email address, which I'm going to input here. It's going to ask for your email address just to confirm who you say you are. So I've done that. I'm still going to confirm it the second time. To confirm who I say I am, right? Okay. So now I've done that, and it's asking if I'm a robot. Come on now, I'm not. So no, I'm not a robot, and I'm gonna click enter. And it says an email has been sent to you, please check. So basically you have to log into your email inbox, your inbox of your email, and verify your email address so you can proceed with your applications. So I'm just going to close this tab and go back to my email address. And yeah, that is it here. And click on it. I'll also click accept and continue. So now it has prompted me to this home page where everything is going to take place. This is where I'm going to do the whole applications. As you can see here, I've checked, I've done my verification. That's check your email and everything. Now it's prompting me to my eligibility, right? I have a couple of things that I still need to fill up here, like my date of birth, which I'm just going to type in here. So please make sure that you have your informations imputed correctly. You wouldn't want to spend your time and money, and at the end of the day there's an error coming from your own end, right? So when you're making your application, don't be in a hurry. Sit down, cross-check whatever thing that you have imputed, because they are going to also do the same. When on the day of your trip you get to the port of entry, and they'll cross-check what you have physically with you and what you have online with you. And if it doesn't tally, number one, your visa will be denied, or you get to the port of entry and you'll be denied entry. So we don't want any of those things. Make sure that you have your details imputed correctly, right? So I'm just going to choose my date of birth here, and then I proceed. I'll click next, and it's prompted me to another page. This is page 3 of 6, I think. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, page 3 of 6 says this is more like a checklist. These are the things that I need to be aware of before I can proceed with my application. And here it says any refused request is non-refundable, telling me that irrespective of what my result is going to be, that the money that I paid for this application is non-refundable. They're not going to refund it to me if my visa is denied. They're not going to refund it to me if there's any error at all. They're not going to refund my money to me. So if you're good with it, you can proceed. So I, for one, I'm good with it. So I'm just going to go ahead and click yes. I'm traveling for tourism purposes. Yes. I certify the accuracy of the information provided. In case of error, my request will be refused. Like I said, in case of any error from your own end, obviously your visa is going to be refused. So please make sure that you go through your details correctly and fill in the details of your informations, like fill everything correctly before you hit submit. Okay, so you don't have any setbacks on that day. Okay, now it says, do I have a resident permit stroke stay permit valid for at least 180 days? They just want to make sure that you said you are in the United Kingdom, you have permission to stay in the United Kingdom. Does your permission to stay last up to 180 days? So if you have that, you click yes, you continue. A valid passport, yes. Please guys, always cross-check your passports. Cross-check your passports. Make sure that you have at least nothing less than 6 months validity. At least you'll be sure that it's going to take you and bring you back to your country of residence for you to start making plans for new passports, right? You don't want to travel to another man's country with an expired passport. You don't want that at all, because you're definitely going to be stranded and they are not going to allow that. So there is going to be an automatic rejection on your file. Okay, so yeah, that's what that means. And it says, I have a hotel reservation. You must have a hotel reservation. So in this video, I'll be leaving the description in my description box, the Airbnb that I used, the airline that I used, and yeah, the itineraries of everything that I did while I was in Morocco. Yeah, so I'm just gonna click on this. Have a return ticket? Yes, I do. Have a minimum sufficient means of 70 euro per day. So what this means is, depending on the days that you're going to spend in the Morocco area, you should have at least 70 euro per day for yourself. So let's take for example that you're going to stay 5 days in the Morocco area. You should have 70 euro multiplied by 5 days, right? So if you're doing anything more than 5 days, depending on how many days you intended to stay, multiply 70 euro by that day and have that sitting in your account. So that is what this means. So I'm just gonna click yes. This is more like a checklist. I've certified my checklist and I understand it, so I'm gonna move to the next page right here. And this next page is where I'm going to fill all my informations, every details that's concerning me, because they don't know you. Is what the information that you put down that they are going to use to vet you out, right? So that is what this personal information page is for, basically. So this is where I put everything as regards to myself. I'll put everything down here for them to see when they are going through my file. Right, so the first thing you're going to see when you get to that page is your family name. My family name, I'm just going to put that down here, and then my first name, I'm going to input that as well. And it's asking for my phone number, guys. Your phone number is important. Make sure you have your phone number correctly in case of anything. So now that I've done that, it's going to ask me for further instructions, which says here, my passports, ordinary passport here, issued by the Nigerian government. I'm going to type that down here. The expiry date of my passport, is 2027 November 30th. And email address is asking me to confirm my email address the second time, so I'm just going to put that down here as well. So now that I've done that, it's going to ask for my occupation. Here is asking what I do for a living, right? So if you click on this arrow down here, you're going to see there's a lots of occupation here. So go through this list and then make your choice according to what applies to you, right? Head of government, prime minister, minister, secretary of state, governor. So you're just going to go through all of them and make your choice according to what applies to you. So I'm just going to choose banker, right? And then date of issue for my passport, the date my passport was issued. My passport was issued last year, 2024, November 27. So I'm going to click next. Let's see what happens. So now it says your request is created. To follow it or complete it later, please use the request identifier sent to your email box. So what this means is, in case you're busy, probably you're busy right now, you don't want to finish up this application, you can always come back to it later. So an email has been dropped in your inbox for you to follow it up later. But if you're someone like me who likes to get things done and you want to finish it up the same day, you can just proceed. But like I said, if you haven't got enough time and then you want to finish up your application later, you can always do that following the link that has been sent to your email, right? This is it here. Now that I want to finish my application, I'm just going to go further down, and here is asking for my permit, my resident permit, which is my BRP number. Like I said earlier in the beginning, it's going to request for your BRP number, that number that is written on your card. Obviously we know that all BRPs are expired 2024, but the number here that is written on your BRP is what is asking you for. So I'm just going to put in that number. They're still going to use it to verify my identity. So I've put in my number here, and here is asking for the expiry date. Like I said, all BRP expired last year, 2024 December. But the question here is expiry date of your stay in the United Kingdom. Is not the one on your BRP card now. The expiry date of your stay in the United Kingdom. You know, when you log into gov.uk and then you get your share code and your eVisa, there's a date that is written valid from. That date is what is asking you. So I'm just going to put my date here. I'm going to put my date here and put my year in. Yeah, so that is it. And if you go down, further down, it's going to ask for your travel plans. So here is asking expected date to arrive in Morocco, like the day that you have planned and decided with your family and your friends, your kids, your husband, whoever you decided to travel with, the day that you people have decided to go to Morocco. That is the date that is asking you here, your intended date of arrival. So that's gonna be July. It's summer, guys, so you need to go show that summer body. So I'm just going to choose 20th of July 2025, and my expected date to leave Morocco, the day that I will be leaving the Morocco area. Obviously, I'm just going to do 5 days. So I'll be leaving July 25th. Just 5 days, not staying long. Yeah, so I'm just going to choose July 25th. That is 5 days, and I click on next. Guys, how easy was this application? Like, this is the easiest visa application. It's nothing compared to Schengen application. It's nothing. I'm also going to make another video on how to apply for your Schengen visa. That also is another process on its own. But for the purpose of this video, this is just Moroccan e-visa application. So that is it. This is everything that we've done so far. We've confirmed our identity, we've read the eligibility checks, we've imputed the travel conditions and read through them, and then our personal information, and now we've come to further informations. So on this further information is basically asking for your photo, your passport photograph, and then your data page, and then your resident permits. Like I said before, get it handy because you're going to need it, right? So now I'm just going to select my photo and impute it there, because they need to know who they are giving their visa to. So I'm just going to put that in down in here. My photo is right there now. Now is asking for my data page. This second one is asking for my data page containing my identity data and my validity. So here they are going to see my data page, which confirms that I have enough validity on my passport to be able to go and return back to the country of my residence, right? So I'm just going to click select, and I move further down and upload my data page, right? So here is my data page. I'm going to click on it. Yeah. So here is my resident permit. I'm also going to upload that. They are requesting for it. They want to know who they are giving their visa to. They want to make sure that you're not an alien. So yeah, I'm just going to upload that here. My BRP, check. I've done that. So I'm just going to click on save now that I finished uploading my passports and my data page and my resident permits card. So I'm just going to click on save now. Now it says your e-visa will be valid until 25/11/2025 for a single entry and a stay of 30 days maximum. So I'm allowed 30 days in the Morocco area starting 25/11/2025. How cool was that, guys? How cool was that? You don't need an agent for this. You don't need anybody for this. All you need is your phone, your laptop, and the comfort of your home, right, to fill in these applications, and then you hit submit. But mind you, remember that before you hit submit, you have to go back and cross-check all the details that you've put in. Make sure that you've crossed the T's and dot the I's, and make sure that everything is in sync. You don't want to go through the whole process and, you know, make payments, and at the end of the day, you'll be going back and forth with them about, you know, extra documentations and all of that. I know someone that, you know, missed a number on her BRP and made her applications, and she had already booked her flight and all of that, and they kept on going back and forth because of, you know, for her to further prove her identity. Because definitely when they notice that you made an error, they are going to write you an email requesting for extra documentation. And maybe you have booked your flight, you already packed your bag and all of that, and it's just going to step you back one more time, especially when you're going in group and you guys have made plans and all of that. You don't want to be the one hindering anybody's movement, right? So please always make sure that your details are up to date, that you cross-check everything, every details, your name, your surname, your passport number, and your BRP number. Very, very important. You need it, guys. So please make sure you have all of them correctly with you as you're making your application. So I'm just going to click OK on this and see where that takes us to. So now here it says, before you validate your request, check the accuracy of the information you entered. Just like I said before, guys, you always, whenever you're making any application, always take your time, especially when it comes to your name, your passport number. These are the things that you cannot change once you hit send, right? Once you hit submit, you cannot change these things. So, and you don't want them, you know, going back and forth with you. You don't want that. Trust me, you wouldn't want that. So this is it. Family name, first name, and passport number. Make sure that you've got all of that completed before you hit send, right? So down below here, you're going to see this enter. Once you hit enter, it has been submitted. And here it has add beneficiary. So let's assuming you have a family member, you've got your kids, your husband, or, you know, a group of friends that you people want to go together. It's always good when you're going in group, you make your applications in group, so that if it's one agent that is handling your file, it's going to handle everything together and you get your visa all at once together. right? So this is what add beneficiary means. So if I click on add now, it's going to prompt me to put in the next person details, but I don't think I want to add anybody to this application, right? I'm just going myself, so I'm going to cancel and proceed with myself alone, right? So I'm just going to hit enter here. And for the second time, is asking me, are you sure you want to validate your eVisa application? This is like a final confirmation, guys. You need to confirm your name, your passport, everything. Just make sure that it's up to date before you hit send. So now that I've done that, I'm comfortable with what I've imputed. I'm just going to click confirm my request. Yeah, confirm your request, and I hit send. So, and it has prompted me to the payment page where I will make my payments and just sit at home, relax, and expect my e-visa, right? So let's see what happens when we click on proceed. So I'm just going to click proceed, and it has a standard application process and express process. Whichever that applies to you, you can go for it, but I always use the standard payment, which is 770 mad. The express payment is 1100 mad, right? That is for 1 business days. That is, the next working day your visa should be ready and good to go, right? But made my application, I always go with this 3 business working days. I remember the last time, the next day, like everybody got their visa the next day. My kids got their visa the next day. So I will advise you, just my opinion, but you do what applies to you. Probably you haven't got enough time. You've made plans and all of that. You don't have time to wait for 3 working days. You can always go for express services, right? But I'm just going to go for standard, and I know in my mind that if I've done everything correctly, my visa should be out the next day, right? Yeah, so that's basically it. How easy was this, guys? It was so easy, super duper easy. Like, it didn't take so much of our time. You can sit at the comfort of your home, you know, watching Netflix and chill while you're doing this. It doesn't take time, guys. It doesn't take time at all. So please, 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 and please, if this video was helpful to you or to someone you know out there, please don't forget to like, recommend this video so that YouTube can, you know, share it to so many people out there that can benefit from it and avoid being scammed in the process of it all. So yeah, now the next information I would like to share with you guys is the Airbnb that I used. I said I'll be leaving that in my description box down below this video. And I used Morocco. Yeah, I think so. The airline that I used was Morocco, because it's always good when you're going to a country, like it's always good to use the country's airline. So I used Morocco whenever I'm going to Morocco. It's always easier for me like that. So I used Morocco. Another thing is your bank statements. You're definitely going to need that on your day of travel. Make sure you've got your bank statements dated like 3 months. They don't necessarily need it, but just to be on the safe side, because you never can tell who is going to attend to you or who you're going to meet at the port of entry. So to be on the safe side, be good on your own end, have all your things in check so that no fault is going to come from your own end, right? So just have your bank statement, 3 months bank statements. That's what I do always. So, and I date them and sign at the bank before I print them out. So have a 3 months bank statement dated and signed by your bank. Makes it super duper easy for you on your day of travel, right? And then your travel insurance, very important, guys. Very important. You wouldn't want to travel without the travel insurance. It covers your medical travel insurance for the validity of, you know, how long you intend to stay. 30 days, 60 days, it doesn't cost much. If you know you're going to be going to Morocco more than twice in a year or once in a year, however you plan your year, your vacation for that year, try to have a travel insurance that covers you for the validity of the period that you're going to be in that area, right? It's very important, very important. You don't want to miss out on that. Have your travel insurance, your bank statements. Guys, don't forget to print your share code. You need your share code. You need your eVisa, your UK eVisa. You need that along with you on the day of your travel, right? You need your eVisa, you need your share code, you need your travel insurance, you need your return tickets, go and come, right? You need those together. I think yeah, you need those, your return tickets and your travel insurance, your share code, your e-visa. Yeah, I think that's basically all the things that you need to have a wonderful time in Morocco. And the rest of the details I'll be sharing down below my description box, so feel free to, you know, check out the link, make your research and do what applies to you. And I will see you in my next video.